What the heck? Do you have something on your face? Alright. Hey guys, welcome to the Rusty Beauties Garage. Today we are doing a little bit more work on this TR4 that last time you saw me dealing with the windshield wipers. It had some little things that I needed to take care of, and one of them was the rear springs. So I'm here for the springs and I changed them already and everything, but I decided to check these hub bolts that hold the hub to the trailing arm. You know that they are a weak spot for TR6 and TR4 independent rear suspension, and of course TR5 and 250. People over torque this and the studs just start spinning inside. On the other side I torqued them and they were good. The torque needs to be between 14 and 16 foot-pounds. So here I went ahead and I torqued 1, 2, 3. These are good. Let me show you. So this one is good. This one is good. And this one is good. But then look at the top. Dun, dun, dun. I can spin it as much as I want. This second one, dun, dun, dun. This I can almost pull out with my fingers. And this one is pretty tight, but still spinning inside. So not one, not two, but 3 of the studs here are over torqued, and now this hub is held by only 3 studs. So of course we're gonna have to address that, and they sell those kits where you can put helicoil or those inserts, I forgot what they are called, but I have my own method of dealing with that, and I'll show you now how I do it. So in the first place, of course, we're gonna have to remove the hub and the sliding axle. You can see this stud, it pulled out the threads. And now to pull the hub out, we have to remove whatever is holding the boot there. Originally it's wire, but lately they started using zip ties. Even they sell you zip ties for there. And to be honest, that's not a bad idea because it's pretty strong. So in this case it's a zip tie. And we cut that side, the inner side, so the boot can come together with the axle in this direction. Oh. Okay, here on TR6 you can just pull the sliding axle out, but on TR4 I believe, and maybe on 250, I'm not sure. It's like there's a cup here, like a grease cup that holds the 2 parts together of the sliding axle. I think they got rid of that for TR6. Okay, that comes out no problem. Now here the spring sometimes it's in your way. Just need to release it and it comes out. There you go. So the boot comes out, and this is the cap that I'm talking about. I had to undo this cap. There's not much grease inside, so we're gonna add grease later. Now we can release the brake line from the trailing arm. There you go. Now we're gonna bring the hook, and carefully we're gonna pull this out, and we're gonna hook it somewhere out of the way. So these 2 studs, so one came out and there's 2 more. Look at this one. It literally pulled the threads with it. Anyway, so the problem with this is, in the first place, that this thread, I think this is 1/4 inch. It's like it's way too small, and second, it's way too short. Like, we have a lot more meat here, Like, look how much, let me bring you closer. Look how much it goes in, but we have a 1/4 inch more, if not more, of meat here and here and here that we can use for threads. So that's the problem. Look, I can push it in. Anyway, so that's how much it goes in. So my idea is to tap this, like the next size thread, which I believe is 3/8, and we're gonna make a stud that is gonna have 5/16 threads on this side and 1/4 inch on this side. That's it. In any case, even if we use inserts or helicoils, we're gonna have to retap these threads to the next size, right? But why do we need to use inserts and stuff and use the same studs when we can actually make bigger studs? Like one size is gonna be the next size threads. So that's my idea. Let's see if we can do that on the lathe. All right, so I'm wrong. This is not 1/4 inch, this is 5/16. And the next size is 3/8, a 16th bigger. All right, so never mind, 5/16 and 3/8. The stem is 310 thou for the 5/16. So if we use this, we don't need to tap one side, you see? So we can keep the threads all the way to here, use this side to go in the trailing arm, and from here, in this way, including the head of the boat, we can reduce the diameter to 310, like here, and then tap threads all the way to here. This is gonna be our 5/16 part, and from here up, it's gonna be our 3/8 part. So let's go on the lathe and see what we can do about that. All right, I locked 2 nuts together, and that's how we're gonna hold it. I'm gonna try to hold only 1 nut. It's not too bad. All right. So before we have to finish everything. All right, let's check, because we don't want to go too far. We can always remove more, but we can't add metal, right? 309. Wow, that was a fluke. 311. Okay, so that's where we're gonna stop. And now for the threads here, we're gonna use of course we're gonna use a die with. So we take a 5/16 24 die, and I'm just using the lathe because it's easier to start it. Okay. Okay, once it's started, we can move to the vise. We're adding WD-40, and on every half turn I'm going back half turn to make sure that the shaving is cut, because otherwise it becomes too long and the threads get ruined. So every half a turn we cut the shaving. So this is the difference between the old one and the new one. I think maybe it's too long. We might need to shorten it. All right, so I shortened the first 2 a little bit, and I made the third one shorter. Like, I don't think I need that long. And now we need to tap thread here for the 3/8 size of the stud. For that we need 3/8 24 tap, but of course we need to drill the hole to the correct size first. and the correct size is 21/64, which is approximately 324 thou. I happen to have the correct drill bit, so let's do one first before we go too far, right? So we have to stay as straight as possible. So that's how deep the hole is originally, but we're gonna go a little bit further. Okay, that's a lot. Now I want the hole to be a little bit deeper because the tap in the beginning, you can see, it doesn't form perfect threads. This is the part from here somewhere it starts forming better threads, so we need to go further to make sure that the threads in the beginning are good. Okay. Once it starts, we're gonna spray some WD-40. And here the same, we're gonna go back to cut the shaving. This part you have to do even if you do inserts, right? So that we can't avoid, that we need to tap to the next size. I just don't understand why we need to do all the stupidities with insert and stuff when we can just go with studs, you know. I know that not everybody has a lathe at home, but honestly, it's so easy to go to the first machine shop and tell them that's what I need. They can do it in minutes. So I'm being careful here. I think I'm at the end already. So I have another 5/8 of the tap outside. Yeah, that's how far it was inside, so I think that should be enough. Let's install our stud. There you go. We need another nut. Okay, one is done. Let's do the other two. Now here I didn't put anything, but here it's a good idea to put a little bit of thread lock. I should have put there too, but I didn't. That's gonna help the next guy who needs to disassemble them. They will come out from, hopefully from the nuts, not from the arms, you know. Hopefully the studs are gonna stay there forever. Now let's put a little bit of grease there. Okay. So here we have a spline that is double, and we have the same on the other side, so we have to match them, of course, otherwise we're not doing anything. And there I put the double one on top at 12 o'clock, and we're gonna do the same here, so it's easier to fit them. Sometimes it's easy, sometimes it's hard. There you go. Now we have to tighten the cup. Later we're gonna put the zip tie there. All right, let's go now with the torque wrench and see if we can torque them. This one is still pulling in. There you go. Perfect. Come on. There you go. Alright, so that's it. That's my method. That's the solution that I found. And again, I know it requires a lathe, but you can even go to the closest machine shop. I don't know how much they're gonna charge you, but definitely it's gonna be cheaper than buying the special inserts and the tools and the alignment plates and all these things. Anyways, we solved this problem. I'm gonna finish assembling it, and that's gonna be it from me for today. So thanks for watching, thanks for commenting and subscribing, and stay tuned for more videos from the Rusty Beauties shop. Bye.